Hey artists, it's Mrs. Rhodes here. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a pinch pot. You're going to get a chunk of clay. It's going to be a weird shape, and you're going to first start by wedging the clay. We wedge the clay by squishing it into itself and getting rid of any air bubbles that might be hiding inside. So to wedge our clay, we are going to tap with our palm in toward the center and rotate as you go to get every little spot. This also does a great job of smoothing any cracks your clay might have. If you have big cracks like this, you can smooth with your hand. If you find it's getting a little dry, just add a couple dots of water from our slip cup. Not the gooey part, but the water part, because our hands are going to try to steal some of its moisture. So we want to add a little bit back as we go. You don't want to do this part for too long because of that reason. It will get too dry. Once you have a sphere, a three-dimensional circle, you're going to press your thumb to start making the pinch pot. You're going to press it about halfway through, and then you're going to start pinching with your fingers and your thumb and rotate as you go. And I'm kind of feeling with my thumb down here the thickness of my wall. A lot of kids only pinch the top, and then it gets really thin here and stays thick down at the bottom. So we want to create an even wall going straight up from the base to the top. The top is actually called the lip of your project. I like to have it on the desk while I pinch and rotate. I feel like I can make it more straight across. And then you're going to use your pinky finger to actually measure the thickness of your wall. Once the width of your walls matches your pinky finger, then you're ready for the next step. So I'm just creating a shape that I'm happy with. I'm also paying attention to the inside base of my pot, pressing out any bumps there. And again, if I get any little cracks that are too dry, I can smooth with a little slip water. All right, our next step for our pinch pot, our faced pinch pot, is to add a nose. So sometimes I have noses pre-cut. Sometimes you'll make your own nose. So in case you are making your own nose, you're going to start with a little piece of clay, roll it in a ball, and squish it flat. You're going to end up cutting a rectangle out of this piece. You want it thinner than your walls, about half as thin. You're going to use a clay tool to cut a rectangle of the size that you're happy with. Being mindful it's not getting stuck to the desk as you do this, so occasionally peel it up because they like to get stuck to your flat desk. And then anytime we're adding clay to clay, we have to do what's called scratch and attach. Another word is called score, S-C-O-R-E. And this is creating texture so it doesn't fall off when your project is dry. So scoring is simply adding little tally marks to the piece you're adding as well as your project. And then we're going to add some slip. You're going to go for the gooey stuff. It's just clay and water. Add to both pieces and press gently together. And finally, you're going to smooth any imperfections so it looks like it's attached seamlessly. For our face pot, we're actually making a face. You're going to use a wooden spear to make eyes. You can use either end. I've also had students use a marker cap to make closed eyes. You can also add eyelashes if you wish to either open or closed eyes. And then the marker cap works great for the smile as well if you just use the angle and make a little smile. Finally, you're going to put your little scrap piece of paper with your name on it underneath your project and then put it on the clay shelf. I should say name and code.